It's Konosuba time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the figma number 531. It's Konosuba's Yunyun, and probably the last one we're getting. I don't know if the Goodsman has any other Konosuba figures announced. And I'm not mad about it because I really want a Yunyun. Honestly, like one of my favorite characters when it comes to the design of Konosuba. There's obviously a lot of fan service in the outfit, but I also just like the character. He's like really determined and caring, gentle and shy, but also kind of lonely. And I just kind of feel bad for her half of the time. So, anyway, let's have a look at the figure. I like to call this one Megumin. She has some long ass limbs, by the way. She stands at about 13, a little over 13 centimeters to the top of the head, the hair, and that would mean a little bit over 5 inches. Size comparisons. Here's Jolter, SH Figure Arts Krillin, NECA Michelangelo, Megumin, Aqua, and Darkseid. For your overall look and detail of the figure, you got the anime face, which has the Konosuba style, got the crimson eyes, and the braids coming down on both sides, shoulder length, with the cute little red ribbons in there, and some more decoration in the hair. You got the gold one, which is absolutely metallic, so it does stand out a little bit, and the braid is actually very cleanly done. Like sometimes these molds, they look a little bit muddy, and especially on the tips it can get a little bit wild, but this one looks pretty good. Got the scarf, the pink scarf, and the big boba. The fan service is all throughout it. The mold on it is perfect. I love that these spiky parts on the lower half that are covering the boobage do stand out just nicely enough, and then for the shoulder pads, they're a little bit puffy. Hard plastic, actually. I would have thought this would be soft plastic, but they didn't do that. Down to the sleeves with the white, which is clean. Like I can say, my copy has fairly clean paint. I don't really have any big issues. There may be some small bleeding here and there. Same for the lower line work. And by the way, the belt, it is not completely floaty because it is connected in the back and down to her incredibly short miniskirt, which can actually make it seem shorter because it can pull out the entire body. And you know what time it is? It's pantsu time. And we do have some light pink pantsu. I love it. It's also fairly small and has a nice butt mold. Moving down to the thighs, she's thick, by the way. Like, seriously, look at how it's going out to the side with the hips. Yummy. And then down to the thighs, we do have the stockings in there, which, do we have actually no movement in that? Well, I'll get to the articulation, but yeah, it's kind of weird. Down to the boots, just like the regular brown adventure boots, going to a little bit darker tone on the lower half, but yeah, it does look good, and it definitely gives me vibes from the anime coming to life. For the articulation, the head is super blocked. It doesn't really move back and forth that much because of the head sculpt. I really suggest you pull it out just a little bit from the ball hinge in there, so you can get nice forward motion, at least that, if you move it in the right direction. And you do have some tilting side to side, and does go all the way around. Again, not the greatest, but obviously blocked because of the hair. Shoulder articulation is the standard. You have a ball joint in the shoulder itself, which seems pretty loose on this one. It does move all the way around, and then you have the ball hinge in the shoulder, and then you can move this around, use it as a swivel. And the upper part over here, you have a bicep swivel, I think. Yes, bicep swivel, and a simple ball hinge in the elbow, and another ball hinge for your hand, moves up and down, rotation in there, it swivels. Then the chest area goes back and forth, does tilt side to side, and also doesn't, well, it does swivel if you lift it up a little bit. Force it just the right amount, not too much. And as I mentioned beforehand, you can bring the hips down, so you can rotate that fairly nicely, bring it forward, backward. The skirt is soft plastic, and it's cut up inside of it. And the pink layer over it is really covering up for it. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. Now for the legs, they do move forward, out to the side and to the back. Also can rotate on there. No swivel on the stocking for whatever reason, and also no swivel on the boot for whatever reason. Could have done one, but they didn't. Then you have a simple ball hinge in the knee and another ball hinge in the foot. Goes forward, backward, does tilt side to side, has a great pivot, and that's about it. Basic. For your accessories, you don't get that much also, but I guess she comes with everything she needs. You got like one laughing face with the... She's blushing on both of them actually. Crying face and smiling face. I love both of the expressions. Got a nice little fruit basket, which is super detailed. There's a lot of it in it. You get some bananas, some grapes, and an apple, I think, whatever this is. Nicely painted, looks good, and the handle on it. And then you have her staff, magical staff with the nice crystal on top of it, which is nice and shiny. You can see how the light's radiating off of it as I move it around, and all of it is metallic on there. And then for the hands, you got like the pointy fingers, the holding hands, the open palm hands, and the fists. Basic stuff, as I was saying. Also, you have like this replacement pack if one of your hand packs breaks off. There's the instructions, which I will highlight every now and then. And then there's the base, which is always in every Figma, and also the Figma bag. Final thoughts! I like Yunyun, so I recommend this one. No, but seriously, I mean, the figure's great. I have no qualms with it. I have no problems with it. Some of it is very basic, like the articulation and the accessories. But then again, like, I can't really fault them for doing something basic. I mean, like, the articulation does what it has to do, and the same goes for the accessories. There's nothing really I really would have liked. Well, kind of energy effects, but Figma doesn't really do it that much. You could say they're trying to be a little bit cheap, but still, the main figure's great, and that's what counts the most for me, honestly. And everything else is a bonus. So, you know, I like it. It looks great. It has a cool design, and I love Yunyun. So, as such, I will recommend it. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Yunyun wants.